What is it?
The stuff that dreams are made of.
You could get killed chasing after your damn fortune and glory!
Maybe. But not today.
Hello, welcome back to Exploring Cinema. It is Alex and
Jared, hello.
And today we're going to be talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. We watched for our Thursday movie at home after a nice chill day. Today we went to the record store. We did some fun stuff out in the town. So
Out in the town.
yeah,
Way to go, out
we
on
went
the town.
shopping,
And
we walked around a lot, even though it's really cold because it's like hurricane season right now.
it is hurricane season.
Yeah, and it's really chilly outside and really dewy, but I like the rain. So today we didn't go to the theater like we've been going almost every week. We just stayed home to watch some movies. So we decided we were going to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And last time we did like a little bit of talking about the trailers that were at the beginning of the movie. The Freakier Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was 5 trailers at the beginning. We went and counted back. There were 5 trailers at the beginning of the movie, and because our Blu-ray didn't play any trailers before the movie, Jared was hoping it would. It did not.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the last 5 movies that we watched this week. Because we've been watching some movies.
Before we get into
Yeah.
it, like you said, we are going to be, if the movie, DVDs, Blu-rays, stuff, they usually come with trailers. If those play, those will be the movies that we will talk about. Whether if we've seen them, haven't seen them, what our opinions are about them. It's like kind of what we talked about the trailers.
Yeah.
Just so that way it's kind of similar to the way that the movie's experience is when we go and
Watch it in the theater.
And
it's also fun, I think, to look back on old movie trailers too.
Because
some of them suck so bad. I love the early 2000s ones where everything has the same you wouldn't download a car music, and they're all really gritty and blue and gray tinted. Yeah. They're faux black and white, and they're also they're all close-ups of sweaty, gritty action movie faces.
And you can't tell what the movie's about or what the movie is until
it's just really jittery.
And it's always just some random movie that you've never watched.
And then they always put shrekthemovie.com at the end.
Yeah.
They all have websites. I don't know if we still do movie websites because I never see movie websites and trailers, obviously, at the movie theater.
I don't think
and
so.
I don't think you see trailers anywhere else, really.
No, but it's also always a guy that goes, shrekthemovie.com.
Yeah, it's always the same guy, too. That guy must have made a killing because it's always the same exact voice. Same voice. Okay. Anyways, so we're going to be talking about the last 5 movies that we watched this week because we've been staying home and planning our wedding. So we haven't been doing anything this week, so we watched a lot of movies. So first up on the list of movies we watched and just quick reviews of them before we get into the meat sauce here.
The meat sauce.
The meat sauce of Five Nights at Freddy's, FNAF. So earlier this week, we watched a movie that I saw when I was a wee child, 15. No, it's I don't know, 8 years ago or whatever. It's The Witches of Eastwick from 1987, and it's got what's the man from The Shining actor name? Actor name.
Actor name. What's his actor name?
I couldn't even remember his actual name from The Shining, so it didn't. I could have been referring to the little Danny kid for all you know.
Also, I like the 8 years ago when I was a little child, when you were 15 years old.
I was a little child going through puberty. When I was a little child. How long ago? 2 years ago.
2 years
to be
ago.
exact. Okay, so we watched The Witches of Eastwick, and when I was 15, I kind of enjoyed this movie. It's basically 3 ladies, and they kind of discover they're witches by actually creating this guy, just through some, simple talking. Simple chit-chatting, and they create this dude, and he shows up, and he basically causes a crazy nightmare situation for them in their town, drives a woman insane. They all date him. At the very end of the movie, they cast him away. And the last scene of the movie is they all 3 had a baby with him. All 3 of them. So they're a little the word is escaping me. Polyamory. They're polyamorous with this man.
Yeah.
My reevaluative thoughts, still solid movie. I think the plot's fine. I think all that's fine and dandy. I don't know if maybe it was just I was a little tired, But I was having a hard time just kind of like staying intrigued. I felt like there wasn't a lot that was piquing my interest throughout the film. But overall, it's still okay.
I liked it.
Yeah.
So to be fair,
Also, witchy movies have a place in our hearts.
yeah, they
we love
do,
witchy movies.
and there's a reason for that. I'll get into that in a second. But we do this thing sometimes, which I'm sure you guys have seen on TikTok or on YouTube or whatever, where you go into the $5 bin, you just pick a random movie you find, and you watch it. So I think. So I've never seen this movie before. I have no context for this film. I don't have any. It doesn't have a place in my heart. I've never watched it before, and I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know if I liked it. I didn't know what at first. I think I liked it. It was just the quality of the freaking DVD.
Oh yeah, it was hard to watch. The quality was really
horrendous.
bad, and our TV is excessively large, I would say.
Yeah.
And so poor quality DVDs look like those horrible like cop body cam footage you find on YouTube. You know, you're trying to watch like a degraded cops, episode, and it's like 7 pixels in total, and all you see is the blue and white flashing lights and some garbled language.
Yeah.
It was like
It
took
didn't
it
work.
straight off the tube TV and
Yeah.
ported it straight to the 95-inch flat screen Apple TV thingamabob that we got. And yeah, it just it looked like a couple of pixels.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It didn't work.
But honestly, I think any TV wouldn't have worked that well with the quality of that DVD. I don't even know if it.
$5 bin at the Wally Mart.
Exactly. So I don't know. I think our TV just doesn't help it, because this is, just so you guys know, this is not our. This is like a handy-down TV. This isn't like our TV. We didn't buy this. I don't have the money for this TV.
No.
It's just here in the place that I'm living in, and so therefore I'm using it because I don't have the money for this. I'm just clarifying that, because I'm not a rich man. I am a poor man.
I'm a poor man with
I am a poor
rich
man.
man's
But
TV.
this DVD did not look good on this TV at all, and it wouldn't look good at all on most players, anyways. And so it was hard to tell what was going on in some cases. And so I think some of the humor in the movie, because it's mostly just for laughs. It's not like made to like be super scary or anything. So I don't know if I would have liked it. So I don't know if I think I would have liked it probably better if I could see more.
That's fair, because it's a funny movie.
Because it would have
It was a funny movie.
been a little bit more.
I like when she throws up all the cherry pits.
Yeah, she throws up like 100 cherry pits.
Because you were snacking on them.
Yeah, and then so the end of the movie, the
babies.
3 kids.
The 3 babies, brand new babies.
They're in the like,
little
walker things.
Yeah,
that
they're the
babies are
walkers.
in.
Yeah, the thing that they little like crab hands around in.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about.
And then they see there's this giant.
Like
Talk about a 95-inch TV. These are like 95-inch TVs. 90, comma dash 5-inch TVs. Because they're all stacked up on each other.
And it's his face.
And it's Jack Nicholson's face.
He's like, "Hello, my children."
He's like, hello the children. And then
He's trying to talk to them and convince them of things. And then the 3 women come in. They're like, hell no.
And they turn the TV off.
And they turn the TV off.
And the movie ends.
And the babies are like, oh.
Oh dang. And honestly, I liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot, too.
I liked the movie. It's probably worth watching for sure.
I wish we'd seen like an upgraded version
Me
of
too.
it.
Me too. And I think I would have liked it better probably if we'd seen an updated version of it.
Me too. All right, y'all. So that was The Witches of Eastwick. The second movie we watched this week was World of Worlds, not to be confused with the one that just came out.
Yes, we
Because-
did not see the one with Ice Cube.
Oh boy. I love the green screen as glasses. No, we saw the 2005 one.
2000, the good World of
The good
Worlds.
one. I saw this movie a little too young on a laptop, funny enough, on my parents' laptop in my mom's bed. I was like a wee child when I was actually a wee child when I wasn't 15. I was probably like 8. But I like this movie. The scene where they're in the basement with the crazy guy and
I forget his name, but he's from Shawshank Redemption.
all the red weeds. I've never seen that movie.
He's like the main prisoner. That's just for
okay.
relation. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
I don't know his name either,
But
but he's the
they'll know.
crazy guy with the, he's digging the tunnel because he's gonna fight the aliens all on his own. That, and then the Red Weeds. His name is Tim Robbins. Thank you, Jared.
You're welcome.
Anyways, he's, all the red weeds are coming down outside and they're spraying the crops with the blood. That still gets me a little bit. I was like, you know what, that's still pretty good. And then also when he's like, do I save my son? Or do I save my daughter? She's about to get kidnapped by these random strangers. But my son's trying to kill himself by going to fight
The aliens?
the aliens. I think my favorite thing is we have no idea what the son was up to. We don't know if he just like went over the hill and was like, you know what, I can't do this.
I mean, heck,
and he just went home.
that's what 90% of the book is.
Oh god, yeah. We read the book for this movie. I guess we read the book that this movie was based on. Because the book came out back when they had like Model Ts. Actually, I don't even think they had Model Ts. I think in the book he literally has a horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah, he does.
He has a carriage.
I'm pretty sure.
He's got something. Anyways, we read this book, and it's like pretty well acclaimed. Like it's obviously like it's a classic. And I do like a lot of classics. Like, don't get me wrong. I like a lot of classic novels. Like, I've read my fair share of them for school. And for personal, just reading. But this book was so boring because all they do is walk. All they do is walk. And I know that that's all they do in the movie. But, like, in the book, it's so much more dreadful.
And of course, this movie's made by Steven Spielberg, so the movie it's going to do it right. They also added a bunch to this movie that makes it very different. So in the book, for those of you who haven't read it and have watched this movie, if you don't know, the movie does not feature the kids. There are no children in this book.
No.
It's just the guy walking around the whole time by himself. So everything he does, he crosses rivers by himself. He goes to New York by himself. He goes to Boston by himself. He does all these things by himself.
Wait, isn't he in England?
And
yeah, he goes to New York. He just be random about.
Well, he goes to wherever he goes, right?
Yeah, he goes all over England.
Everywhere. And yeah, I think you're right.
I am right.
But he goes all these places, and it doesn't work because
this is boring.
There's no like stakes to it. There's nobody for him to be afraid of or a reason to care.
Because he takes his wife, if I remember correctly, we read this book last year. He takes his wife to his brother's house, and he's like, "You'll be safe here." And then he goes back home.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm gonna go back home," and he goes back home, and then his landlord or I don't know, his boss or somebody he dies, and he's like, "Well, gotta go back to my wife and my brother."
Don't forget then when it switches to the brother's point of view for the entire chapter for no reason.
Oh yeah, we just have a
whatsoever.
random chapter from his brother's perspective.
The chapter, and the problem is it was written a while ago, and so every word is just what we would say was the man walked across the street. They write as the man blah 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 blah, huge big,
steps,
long,
big strides,
really long and really long words.
Yeah.
Big words,
mm-hmm.
And I mean more than 4 letters. Ha ha ha. No, I mean they over-describe with huge words that, are in the sources.
Gigantuenormous.
Yes, it's why are we... Just say big.
Big, yep. See,
the big alien, not the Gigantomorious.
I think I wouldn't have minded the big words if we weren't reading this book at night before bed. This was our before bed book.
Yes, I mean, that's...
And I think that has
is
also
fair.
skewed our perspective a little bit because everybody was
It has,
sleepy.
but also everything that's interesting happens in the second book.
Yeah, that's the other thing is it's a lot of walking, and in the second book is when you get all the fun stuff. And we didn't read the second book yet, but I did a nice little plot summary of it, and that book seems a lot more interesting.
And most of the stuff that anyone knows
happens
in the second book. It doesn't happen in the first one.
No,
I don't know if when they came out, if they were together.
I don't remember.
Because I don't know, but everything that everyone talks about happens in the second book, not the first one.
Because I know a lot of copies now will have both together.
Yeah, because I think it's literally the only way to freaking watch the movie.
Read the book.
Yeah, read the book. But go back to the movie for a second.
To the movie. Go ahead.
I mean, I really liked it. I thought there were some things about this movie that I remember as a kid used to really scare me a lot.
Yeah.
And even as an adult, it's still very intense. It's not as scary anymore, because I kind of am able to understand the situations a little bit better than I did when I was a kid. Like the scene with Tim Robbins in it when he's
digging.
Yeah, he's digging the hole or whatever.
Oh, boy.
That's still really intense and scary, but it's so much less what is the scary man doing in the hole? What's going on? Why is he doing that?
You understand why, yeah.
And you understand the weird things that he starts yelling about, the weird conspiracy things that he starts screaming into the ground, and how he's like, I'm not gonna die, I'm not gonna turn into the blood, and I'm not gonna like, you understand his point of view, and you may not understand it as in you believe it and agree with it,
but you get why
you
he's
understand what he's saying at a different level than when you do it as a kid, because otherwise he's just a scary man that has scary life, just sitting in a basement for a while.
It's really interesting because you go from the perspective of the daughter as a kid. You really like associate with like the kid, obviously, and how she is confused. You know, basically as a kid, you have your eyes closed and your hands over your ears because you're scared, and then you realize you're a lot more like Tom Cruise when you get older, and you're like, oh boy, I gotta put a stop to this. Like this guy's gotta like cut it out, and you feel a lot more scared from that perspective that the guy won't freaking shut up. You know, and also as I've gotten older, the kids just need to stop screaming. The kids just gotta stop screaming. I think it just kills me because why are you screaming?
Well, then she screams, and then the alien goes, and then sees you every time.
Literally, because she's stop screaming.
Well, like when she just stuck her foot out behind the mirror. So there's this scene. It's like really intense.
Yeah.
Like all the people are like
trying to hide behind the mirror.
Trying to hide. So basically, they're in the basement, and one of the arms from one of the aliens comes down, and like it's like an eye, basically, that's like on like a tentacle, and it makes that noise. Do it again. There you go. It makes that noise, and they're like hiding away from it as it's like peering through the different parts of the basement, and then it's almost fine completely, and then she just sticks her foot out. I forget, does she like knock over something?
No, she sticks her boot out and she's wiggling it, and the thing sees the boot, and then it zooms in to it coming after the boot, right? Because it was staring at itself in the mirror for a while, and then they had moved but left the shoe there. Mm-hmm. And so it looked like the shoe was just wobbling and there was actually nobody there. But she was just freaking screaming and moving the whole time.
And it's like, oh my God. That's insane.
Like, the tripods are really scary.
Oh, the tripod things are so scary.
They're so scary. They did a fantastic job with the tripods and with making the aliens look like they come from the tripods. Like, their design is really well executed, and I have obviously not seen the new one, but from what I've seen, the tripod's not scary. They look like Eve from WALL-E. Like, they're like the same like color scheme as Eve from WALL-E. I know it's like black and white, but it's like shiny black and white, you know? Like, Eve's primarily white with like little black details on her and her eye. And that's the way they look. They look like they're from WALL-E. They don't look that scary. Mm-hmm. Behind a Zoom call.
I think it's all because it's behind a Zoom call. Okay, that's like a
Amazon
whole different conversation. We can't dive into that right now because I could go in to argue why.
It's just an ad.
10 movies, it's just an ad, and
terrible.
Ice Cube got paid a lot of money for it because it was during COVID, and this movie is probably the only movie that I can tell you 100% for a fact was made completely in COVID. Without a doubt in my mind, this was just a leftover of COVID that they just put out.
They literally just
they just didn't have any. That's probably why they probably intended this to go to actual like streaming services back then, and just no one ever wanted to pick it up
for good
because
reason.
It was
terrible,
really bad. Let's move on to a horror movie that is not very bad.
So we, for the anniversary for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on August 18th.
Which is the day the movie takes place.
Yes. On Monday, this past Monday, we went to a special showing for the show, or for the movie, for the show. We went to a special showing at our local theater that they were doing, which was really cool. We got tickets like 3 months ago, by the way, so we could have the best seats.
Yep,
and then when we got there, the theater was like quarter full. There was barely anybody in there, so we didn't need to get the seats that far ahead of time. But it was really nice. It got fuller.
It actually got a lot more.
It just wasn't
a lot more people in it than I thought there was.
In front of us at all. Everyone was like behind us. You know, it wasn't. It was kind of spread out. But we went and saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That movie, even on like. This is my first time seeing it on the big screen, obviously, because I wasn't, alive in 1974. Or for any of the other like previous showings they've done of it that I've not been able to go to. But it's scary. It just, because it's so raw, like that movie is just raw, and the way it's just shot really scares you because there's like no like gratuitous shots of anything. Mm-hmm. It's really just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And there's not even really a lot of gore in it. You don't see a lot of blood when she gets hung up on the hook. You don't see a lot of blood until really after the final girl being bent over the pail and hit the head once by Grandpa.
Yeah.
You only see blood after that point. Like, there's really not a lot of blood other than that, even though he's literally running around with a chainsaw.
You see it, I would say, you see it when...
they're kind of chopping up the one boy.
They chop with the one boy right after she gets hooked.
Yeah.
From, like, Dead by
But,
Daylight.
like, you don't even really...
You don't really...
Just like Dead by
you
Daylight.
see dead, like,
You see
blood
like,
splurting.
chunks and blood splurting,
And
but
then
it's
Franklin...
not...
Franklin,
Okay,
you see
you
a bit
do.
of
You
a bit
do
of
see a
blood
bit
in
of
Franklin, which
Franklin.
is
I forgot
really,
about Franklin.
really crazy. And then I would say, honestly, when you know what's really funny?
What?
I would say the most graphic scene in that movie is like part in that movie is when that I don't know his name. It's Kirk. Is it Kirk? Or is Kirk the guy at the very beginning? The first kill.
I can't remember any of their names, to be frank.
I think it's Kirk. Good thing we have the power of the internet, so I can just tell in like 5 seconds who I'm thinking of. It's Jerry is the guy that I'm thinking of.
Jerry.
Jerry is the guy that I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Of Kirk.
Oh, the guy who you kind of skim over him dying. Jerry.
Yes.
Jerry's like, I'm gonna go figure out where they go, and they're like, no, please don't leave the Scooby-Doo van. Jerry's like, bye guys, it's time to split up, and then he just dies.
Kirk, I would say, is like the most iconic kill from that movie. It's where he walks in, hello.
Oh yeah, and then they
just
slam the metal sheet.
And then he like starts smack.
Yeah.
I think if you just played just the sound of him thumping on the ground, I would know what that movie
What the movie
was from. And then, but I would say that's pretty graphic, pretty intense, right?
It is.
But then, I would say the one where Jerry gets smacked, basically just gets hammered over the head by Leatherface.
Yeah.
And like, just like immediately, it's the most like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like you just watched a man die.
And I think it's also because there's really not a lot of like background music or
There's
sound.
no build up or sound or anything. It's just bam. All right, we're moving on.
You just know what's happening.
And then Leatherface just goes and sits in the corner, and he gets all sad because she's like, "What the heck is happening? Why are all these people?
Coming into my house?
And he's
Stop
just so
coming into my house."
He's so mad and upset because all these people are coming in to kill it. Like
he's also
investigating his home.
They're investigating his home. They're making a mess, which clearly we know that the cook guy doesn't like when people make a mess in their house because he starts beating Leatherface up when he comes back with the final girl. The movie is really raw, and I really like that about it. And I think that's what keeps it scary. Is it's not gratuitous. You know, it's not extra in any way. Like it's just the bare bones. Like this is a bunch of kids go back to one of their childhood homes. Roll the tape.
Yeah.
You know,
and I think what works really honestly.
Yeah.
The fact that there are almost like. All the special effects in this movie are very low, very minimal.
Yes.
That's what makes the movie work.
I
think, like, if you look at something like what movie did we watch the other day? Hostel or Saw?
Yeah.
Or
there's a lot of special effects.
Any movie really from that period
on.
of time, all the special effects look outdated. Look at Final Destination. When they use CGI blood.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Not
But then the moment you add...
Yeah.
Look at the fourth one. Remember when we watched the Final Destination 4?
Yeah, when they do the body screenshots at the end.
Yes, exactly. Like, the fake blood doesn't work.
No.
And if this movie was, like, but because it's, first off, because obviously it's practical, it was 1974.
Yes.
But also because the blood, you'd almost never see it. It's always just in the editing or just in the way that it was directed. It makes everything feel 10 times more intense than a movie was. Like, you see worse blood in an episode of NCIS than you do in this movie.
Yeah. When they're doing like the autopsies and like the beginning like scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
When like the actual like stuff's happening.
Yeah. You see it's so much worse.
But it just feels different. It's just edited different.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think
But people always think of this movie as being this, oh, I'll never watch that. That's so bloody and so gory and so bad. I'm like, you scroll on TikTok and you'll see more fake blood than this movie.
It's because I think the title really just draws people into thinking it's really gonna be like super gory. Because that's what I thought when I first saw it. I didn't see it for the first time that long ago, actually. I think it was only like 5 years ago. Because I didn't get to watch a lot of scary movies growing up. Just, live in circumstance or anything. Not like my parents or anything. Like, my mom loves scary movies. We didn't get to watch many growing up, And that was like 5 years ago was my first time seeing that movie. And I expected it to be really gory.
Yeah.
It wasn't that gory. It wasn't that gory.
Yeah. It just tricks your brain into thinking it's seeing a lot more than it is.
It's because it's so bare. Yeah, I see it on your little Letterboxd thing. You rated it a 5-star.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I mean that movie is by far one of my
favorite scaries.
Yeah, I think after I watched that movie, I was like, you could basically do The Shining. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Halloween. And I think it'd be fine. I could just have those 3 horror movies. I think I'd be fine.
If that was where you're Walter White in the woods,
if I was Walter White stuck in a basement somewhere, if I had those 3 horror movies, I think I'd be fine. Because Halloween is like the classic slasher. Texas Chainsaw fits that like gore fest.
Yeah.
Brain. And then The Shining is like the psychological,
thriller,
supernatural side of everything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Jared's 3 Walter White movies.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd have to pick.
No, those are good choices. I was trying to think of like what I would pick.
Do you have any clue what you'd pick?
No, I didn't think. We don't plan these. We just talk.
I was just wondering if you could think off the top of your head what you would pick.
No, it's really funny because you're like saying that, and I was like, oh boy, like I'm next, like I'm gonna have to pick my 3 choices.
I actually wasn't going to ask you because I knew you weren't going to be able to.
Because I wasn't gonna be able to. But I looked down at the phone that I have this list, and I'm like, ooh, Wedding Crashers.
Hotel for Dogs.
Hotel for Dogs. Billy E. Madison and Yogi Bear. Sorry, I didn't mean to just like crash out on the mic, but I love the Yogi Bear movie. Like, if we're gonna talk about good CGI, we're gonna talk about my bro Yogi Bear. We did not watch that this week. So that's just honorary
that one
mention.
doesn't count.
But anyways, the Picnic Nabber 3000, my favorite car all time. My favorite plane. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. My favorite contraption.
It's a plane. It flies in the air.
It's a contraption. That thing is not flight safe. Like,
yes, that's true. There is no
restrictions on bear-made aircraft.
That's true. But there's nobody in front of everyone else going, all right, here's how you do the life vest.
It's a little pamphlet. Yeah. Remember? Hey, boo-boo. Next up on our list is Jersey Girl. I slip into the Yogi Bear voice.
All the time. That happens all the time.
And I remember this one time, I've been doing it for like a long time, but this one time I was at my house and I don't even remember what I said. I was like, are we having Milo for dinner? And my dad just plain face is like, why are you Yogi Bear right now? Why are you Yogi Bear right now? I was like, that's a good question because I don't know either. The movie we watched like 2 days ago was Jersey Girl by Kevin Smith.
Smith,
Kevin, from 2004. And Jared told me that this is a semi-disliked Kevin Smith movie by a lot of people.
It is.
And
it's this one and Cop Out are probably the 2 that most people don't like. But Cop Out, I think he just directed. I don't think he wrote it. This one he wrote and directed.
I thought this movie was kind of cute. I thought it was a cute little movie about a single dad trying to figure things out with his kid and, trying to tackle our nostalgia for our dreams. Dream nostalgia, career nostalgia with the future, and the current, because he's about to uproot, as he's kind of laying down more roots with meeting this girl, and figuring out kind of what it is a little bit to find love after being a widow for 7 years.
Yeah.
Your wife dramatically dies.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute. Honestly, I think there was like a few really weird scenes in the movie.
Yes, there were. There were scenes that I would have not included. And they made me a little uncomfortable. I agree. It seems like most people were just upset that this movie tried to have like a. So this was 2004. He hadn't done much outside of what everyone knew him for like
Clerks, Mallrats,
Dogma, Chasing Amy. Those were like the things that had come out by this point. I guess Silent Bob Strikes Back had come out. Jane Silent Bob Strikes Back.
It's really interesting that people kind of like Chasing Amy, as far as I'm aware, when they're very similar in terms of like dealing with like relationships and.
But it features a lot more of the characters from.
That's true.
The other movies.
They're not.
It's not as outward. As
yeah, these are all different characters.
Yeah, it's definitely not as connected to everything else.
The central universe.
Chasing Amy is, and that's I think why people didn't like it as much because people also don't like Cop Out. I don't know anything about Cop Out. I've never watched it. It doesn't. From what I watched, I didn't love it. But it's again, people just get so much crap
because they do something different.
I liked this movie. I thought it was cute.
It was cute. It was really cute. Aside from the weird
stuff.
The weird stuff.
Was cute.
It was really cute, and it had a really nice, heartfelt ending.
Yeah, it was a really heartfelt moment, and that the scene we're talking about is like 10 seconds.
It's like 10 seconds.
Like it's not like it's more than like a whole long bit or anything. It's like 5 seconds of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's towards the beginning of the movie, anyways. So by the time the end rolls around, you've forgotten about it.
You're not even thinking about it.
It's literally just like, oh, that was just the one weird thing of this entire movie. Everything else about this movie is cute and adorable and works 100%.
Yeah.
So I really liked it.
Me too.
Yeah. So let's move on.
All right. And then the movie we watched last night was Wedding Crashers from 2005. We were having, I don't know, I feel like when everyone, we're planning a wedding.
Yeah.
Our wedding. To be specific.
Yeah, it's not just a wedding.
It's just a wedding. We're just throwing a wedding.
We're just throwing a wedding. No one's getting married.
It's like when you're, I know you're homeschooled, but you know, like when people like, sorry, I didn't mean to just call you out, but like, you know, they always like have like some weird, hold on, wait, like whenever you're on the playground sometimes at recess, you know, you're like in elementary school and people really don't understand what like marriage is. Like there's always like two kids who are like, oh my God, let's get married. And then everyone will just like gather around them next to the swing set and they're like, okay, you may kiss the bride. And then everyone goes, ew.
Yeah, that definitely happened with me. But that's
what I said.
That
I was
was
like,
me around the tree.
I was like, you were homeschooled. I was like, you and yeah, but yeah, we were planning one of those weddings, those kinds of weddings, you know, where it's just like two random friends of yours, and you're like, they're gonna get married.
Yeah.
And then
we just picked.
And we just picked, and everyone just gathers around.
And we send the marriage license.
Yeah. Then it's like 5-second fiance.
5 second
5-second fiance.
All right, you and you come meet each other.
Just come meet each other. But we've been planning our wedding, and as with all things, when you plan something really, really big, there's always little details that always get like
hiccuped.
Severely hiccuped, even sometimes.
Yes.
And so we're having a little bit of a tough week now with each other, because Jared and I are like same brain all the time. We're pretty connected.
Yeah.
And so none of the issues or hiccups that we have had have been like me versus Jared or Jared versus me. Like, ooh, that's the problem. It's always just like Alex and Jared are dealing with a situation that other people are creating, which is nice to have someone with you to deal with it. Mm-hmm. But like, it's not like I can like bring the problem to you and complain about it. Or you bring the problem and complain to me about it, because we're both just actively going, oh my God, the whole time.
Yes.
And we're just, you know, frustrated, but frustrated together. So we're having a bit of a crazy time with our wedding yesterday. And so it's like winding down, and it's kind of time to watch a movie. And I was like, well, why don't we watch like a fun movie about like wedding stuff? I was like, because whenever you watch like our early 2000s wedding movie, there's always crazy stuff that is way worse than anything you could possibly be dealing with.
But before we go any further into it, one of my favorite things that happened was when we, I was like, I have so many freaking DVDs that I buy for like, so there's a store by me, I won't say the name of it, but it's by me, kind of, and they do sales on their DVDs for
super cheap.
It's $1, so it's like $5 for $5.
It's like $5 for $5.
And so sometimes I just go in there and I look on these shelves for like an hour or 2 hours, and I just pick out a bunch.
And pick out like 50 things.
I have a lot. So I pick out $50 for one.
I think you should add, you collect DVDs and VHS tapes.
I do, yeah.
You do. I think that's where you're going with this, but I just want to make
no,
clear
yeah, we're getting
like, we all know that you actually like collect.
Yes, because I watch all of them.
I know you do, but
don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. And that trust me, this is exactly where this is going.
Yes.
And so I buy a bunch of movies like that. And so oftentimes I don't have a place to put them. And so right now they're stacked 3 stack in like you've seen them before for sure. If you've seen any of the TikToks I've ever made, they're there. The kind of cubes that a lot of people have. They're 3 deep in them.
Cube shelf.
Cube shelves. Yeah. They're IKEA. They're like the most popular freaking cube shelves
You put like
in
the
the world.
little baskets in them sometimes, or you just stack your DVDs.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And I said, Alex, I'm gonna look in these drawers over here.
And you look on the cube shelf.
You look in those 3 cube shelves because that's where this would be if it wasn't there. All right, go. And I started looking, and then Alex pulls like a whole tray, and then it's just like in the second thing, and I go, oh, there it is.
Oh yeah. So they're 3 deep. It's like 10 movies in a row, and they fit 3 deep. So it's like 30 movies that fit in the cube. And I scan the first row because I know what I'm looking for. Because we settled on Wedding Crashers because we tried to find it the other day and then we couldn't find it. Oh, okay. So then I go and I pull back the first row all at once. So I can just grab all of them, I slide them back, and immediately I see it. They're in the second row. It took us less than 10 seconds to find the movie. Thank goodness. But it was really funny. I was like, you're like, we're going to have a tough time finding this. Like, we might not find it. You know, like, we might be looking for a while. And then I immediately saw it. So, in order to not deal with our wedding problems, we wanted to look at other people's wedding problems.
Yeah.
So we popped on Wedding Crashers. And it is very 2000s.
It is so 2000s.
Oh, it's painfully
oh my God.
2000s?
It is painfully 2005.
It's painfully 2005.
I was 2 years old when this movie came out.
I was 3.
Yeah, you're old.
Yeah, so we put this movie on, and funny enough, I think we were actually like trying to do some of the wedding stuff last night while we were trying to do some of the wedding stuff last night, if I remember correctly, while we were watching this movie. Or you were working on editing or something, so you're like half watching it. But it's kind of unhinged. It's a little unhinged. It's nice, like, it's kind of cute, you know, like they do get together or whatever. You know, because like he crashes weddings, blah, 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 like the 2 friends, and then they end up with the girls from the main wedding that they crash in the movie. And it's like this whole like crazy stuff that happens. Like the girl's like actually engaged at first, and you know she's gonna get married, and like at the end, like his friend is getting married to her sister, and then he like stands up and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you can't marry that other guy," and she's like, "Yes, even though I've only known you for a day."
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so like the guys you're following get exactly what they want because they're the guys that you're following.
Yeah.
It's not like it makes any sense as to why things would happen this way.
Yeah, she likes him for, well, the plot needs to go that way.
Yeah.
Like if we don't make the plot go that way,
it doesn't work. Yeah.
So she's just gotta also like be in love with him. I'm like, I get it. Like you can meet someone and be like, oh, my spark, right? Like I met Jared at Driver's Ed, but also like we got engaged 5 years later.
It wasn't like immediately.
It wasn't immediately. Like we thought logically about it, and like I know it's a movie, but like. It was a little
fast, unrealistic.
Unrealistic and contrived. It was a little contrived.
Yeah. I mean, but that's not the reason why anybody's watching Wedding Crashers.
No, they put it on because they're having
funny.
wedding issues and they think it's fun.
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, it was nice. Like 10 out of 10. Like forgetting about our problems for a second. But 3 out of 5 for watching.
Yeah, I didn't.
Because it was just one of those goofy, like, 2000s movies you put on.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. They act a little
fine.
crazy. It's really weird to be going to a funeral to hook up with girls into a movie. A little weird. Putting that in there. But, you know, it's a movie. So.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I thought it was fine. It was just fine.
All right.
All right, we need to get into the freaking.
The meat.
Because it's 40 minutes into this, so we need to actually start talking about the movie that we're trying to talk about.
We got the sides, and now we're talking about like the main course. I guess that was the appetizers.
That was the appetizer. We had long appetizers.
Our little tapas. Tapas. The little appetizer
the little
plates you
stuff
get.
that you never feel fully full.
No,
from.
and like remember that one time we went to that restaurant in town, and like the new one. The Bloom restaurant, whatever, they had all like the fancy flowers and stuff. We go in there for my birthday because it was new and it looked good, right? You know, and they had the little tapas plates, right? And we just like only ordered one. I don't know, like they never like asked if we wanted to try anymore. And so we didn't really try all the little plates because like I don't know. They didn't really like.
They didn't really ask.
They didn't really ask. They're just like, what's an appetizer? What's an entree? And that was kind of that. Like there was, they didn't. We only got the one plate, and then. Okay, like it's not related, but it had a bug on it.
It did have a bug on it.
It did have a bug on it.
But that was
it
fun.
had little edible flowers, and they may have been crawling with aphids.
Hey, at least it's real flowers.
At least they're real flowers.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
They're
my
still
bad.
flowers.
I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Anyways, I just, I was sidetracking, you know.
You were sidetracking.
Anyways,
It's fine.
okay. So the movie that we're supposed to be discussing today, that we haven't discussed at all yet, is Five Nights at Freddy's. We just finished watching this movie approximately 42 minutes and 35 seconds ago.
2 minutes
Because we
ago now.
literally put on this podcasting stuff, podcast equipment. We pulled the podcast equipment up, and Jared's like, "You don't know what you're talking about. You're talking out your butt right now." We started recording the podcast right after we watched the movies just to keep it fresh. And because it was at home, we put it on immediately after. I've never played any of these games. Any of these games. I didn't get to play them growing up because I'm pretty sure they cost money, and my family was not paying for any iPhone games. So I never got to play FNAF. But when I met Jared loved FNAF, and Jared still loves FNAF, and he's played like all the games. And when this movie came out last year, 2 years ago? 2 years ago.
Ooh,
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Well, this movie came out 2 years ago. I was like, well, we gotta go see it. So my sister, who also somehow played FNAF. I don't know how. I don't know if she just like watched stuff online. I don't know.
Probably.
But because I didn't think she was going to get, she's younger than me. I don't think she was going to get paid for iPhone games either. But we took her, Jared's brother. We all went as like a little group, and we went and watched this movie. And I thought it was really good. Like really good. And watching it today, it's still really good. Like for a
So that's
like
interesting.
video game movie, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So as someone who doesn't, I'm coming at this movie from a whole different perspective than you are.
Yeah.
Because I understand
The lore.
literally everything that's happening, and I can relate this to this and this and this
There's
and this.
like,
and
I knew the purple guy would show up here, and I'm like, who is purple guy? Who's purple guy?
I'm like I knew everything that's happened, and I know all the Easter eggs and either obvious jokes or the not obvious jokes or everything that's happening, right? I get all the little Easter eggs. The "it's me" that happens in the window. Like I know what that means. I know all this stuff, right? So for me, it plays different.
Yeah.
For you, who doesn't understand what the heck any of that means,
Yeah.
what does the movie play as?
It's a guy trying to figure out his, what happened to his little brother while dealing with some behavioral issues, I almost want to say. He's trying to take care of his sister. He's really stressed. Stuff's not really lining up for him. He's dealing with this, like, childhood trauma of his brother going missing. And he gets a job. And the job is with the animatronics, being the security guy, which I know that from the first game. Like, I know that you're the security guy. Like, I know what the first game is. I just don't know, like, the lore behind it. He basically, he's a security guard from the first game, but he's got a sister there, and, and stuff happens.
Was it weird?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna be kind of bouncing around, and we'll get into some topics about specifically discussion about specific things. But so was it weird when you went into the movie theater and that first off when Matt Pat shows up?
Okay. Yeah, when we were in the theater a couple years ago when we watched this, all these like 12 to 25-year-olds start like freaking the frack out at this like diner scene. This guy comes up and takes like the family's order, and I had, funny enough, just gone pee at that point. Like I had to go to the bathroom, and I come back, and as soon as I sit down, I roll back my recliner. Everyone's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! And I'm like, what the frick is going on right now? I'm like, what is going on? They're all screaming because this skinny man is taking their orders. And he says some line about like, ooh, a theory like on the pancakes or something.
It's just a theory. A game.
Yeah,
theory.
It's that guy. I've seen one video that you
Thanks
showed
for
me.
watching.
I had no idea.
That's my MatPat impression, just for the internet. Just so the internet has that. That's my MatPat impression.
I had no idea who he was. I had no idea who that was. And everyone was like freaking out. Like that was like a celebrity cameo.
Because that was freaking awesome. That fulfilled the little 8-year-old parts of my brain. Uh-huh.
I gotta say, that is a really cool thing to let YouTubers who have had such a big impact, I think, on the community come in and be a part of the videos. Because I know you said Markiplier was also
Markiplier was supposed to. So for those of you who have seen the movie, the role. So at the very beginning of the movie, when the security guard dies by the cupcake, that was exactly. That was supposed to be Markiplier. Markiplier was supposed to be that. But again, for those of you who may know, was directing Iron Lung at the same time as this movie was being made, and he couldn't make it because Iron Lung was being directed. But he was directing Iron Lung, and I think he's in the second one.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure they've confirmed that he was in it
or something.
But so he is a big side of like getting the game as popular as it was.
Yeah.
It's him and MatPat are the two that did almost everything for the game.
Stuff.
He lured. I mean, of course, I'm leaving people out, but like the two biggest people I would say in my mind are Markiplier and MatPat, because Markiplier was the first one to beat like the hardest game mode you can do, which is it's 5 by 20. So there's like custom night at the end of the game, and you can adjust the how hard the game is, and how like crazy the people are.
Yeah.
The animatronics, and it's 5 by 20.
What's that mean?
It's 5 animatronics at the 20, which is the highest
amount
difficulty,
of days,
and you try to last the 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
So you're just going from left to right, clam, door, light, door, window, camera, door, like the whole time, trying to keep your electricity from going down.
Cranking Fortnite 90s, but in FNAF.
Yeah, basically. And he was the first person to beat it, which is a big freaking deal because no one had beat it before. He's the only one in the world to have beaten it at that point.
Like, actually?
Yeah.
Like, not just on,
people have beaten it since then, but he was the first person to beat it, as far as I know.
As far as, like YouTube and, like, announcing it goes?
And probably at all.
Like, at all. That's
because
crazy.
probably nobody, if you had beaten it, you would have announced it. Because nobody had beaten it.
That's true.
And then MatPat is, of course, the one that has
all the
800
videos.
lore theories about it, and most of it, not all of it has come true, but some of it is true.
That's cool.
Which I think works, and I think, like, I know almost every detail about these games. At least I know all the lore for the games past 1 through 4. But 1 through 4 I know the best because those are kind of one story. That's kind of how it works.
And then it starts to, like,
1
branch
through
off
4
into a universe.
kind of is one story, and then Sister Location On is kind of a secondary story that, like, feeds into the first story in a way.
Okay.
And the first story feeds into the second story.
But
they're not
fully
connected.
Okay.
You kind of have to understand both, and they kind of all work together.
Okay.
It gets very confusing. But I think this movie is utterly adorable at moments. It's also got some of the most insane kills in any, like, PG-13 movie I've ever watched. This movie is PG-13, right?
I have no idea.
I think it's PG-13.
I can do a quick little search for you.
Okay. But I don't know if it's PG-13 or rated R. You have
It's
to spell
definitely not rated R.
Can you see it? Does it show up?
Where to watch?
Okay.
Sorry.
You'll find it.
I'll find it.
Or you won't.
I won't.
Which is actually kind of funny that it doesn't tell you. So we're looking at IMDb. We click details. Go to
Bad Cupcake.
Yeah, that was the secret name of it. It's actually straight up doesn't tell you. Okay, now she's looking at IMDb because it doesn't tell you what the thing is. So I'll just keep talking about
PG-13. It was definitely not
PG-13.
rated R. They don't say, like, any curse words or anything.
That doesn't mean anything. A woman got her body chopped in half in front of a talking, eating animatronic.
Oh, that is true. I like the spring lock things. Sorry, that's like really like.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, I know, but
spring locks.
Yeah, and then I like watching, like, I don't know, we watched this little clip thing about the movie, like, after the movie or whatever, you know, when they do the little, like, behind the scenes. And I just think it's really cool, like, seeing, like, how they actually made the suits. Specifically in reference to the Springlock suit, like, the Springtrap guy, you know, the big scary guy at the end or whatever.
Yeah.
The yellow rabbit. It was cool, like, how they had, like, the suit, and then where they show you the Springlock, it's just a little green screen. A little baby green screen.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's kind of cool looking. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, sorry.
No, you're fine. So for those of you who don't have any clue for what the plot of the movie is, basically, his name is Michael. This is
Schaefer.
Mike.
Mike.
You'll know him as Mike. It's not Mike Schaefer.
Mike Schmidt.
It's Mike because...
No, he says his last name at the end.
Wait.
Sorry.
I know he uses his last name, but I'm giving some suspense. I'm drawing it out a little bit because it's how it is in the thing, in the movie.
Yeah, you don't find out his last name. Yeah.
Because it's kind of important because he's actually, his name is, Mike Schmidt is the name on the paycheck at the end of the, yes.
It is Schmidt.
Yeah. Are you just going to come up with a different last name?
No, I was just like sounding the name
just
Schmidt
saying
out in my
Schmidt
mouth.
out loud. Okay,
Yeah.
I just gotta make sure.
Sorry if
Because if you're
anyone
willing to
with the
come
last-
up with a different name, I'll just let you come up with a different name. That's
I think Mike Swifty, he is a Swift fan. Anyways, I think it was kind of interesting how he alludes to him like knowing the William Afton guy.
That's kind of what I was getting to.
Yeah, how he was like, oh, like I know this guy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's
Like,
this
oh,
Mike.
crap,
It's
that guy.
this
Yeah.
Mike. And like, as the audience, you're like, okay, like he knows him, but like, how does he know him?
Yeah.
And why does he know him? And then
Yeah.
you find out there at the end when it reveals who he is. I think I like really good for the suspense though. It makes me. Jared's laughing at me right now, I'm pretty sure. But
Go ahead.
I like how Vanessa's like, yeah, he's my dad. And shows a photo of her and said father, but he's in
The rabbit suit.
the rabbit suit.
Yeah.
He's in the rabbit suit. And I'm just like, okay, well, who's your dad, bro? Like, who's your dad, bro? And then it like it's like, oh, it reveals like her dad is the, Pizzaplex owner or whatever. The Freddy Fazbear's owner, and then he's also the job guy.
Yeah.
Job guy. Like, you don't know what I'm talking about. But
So basically, he's basically keeping it open so that way he can basically just kill people and feed the animatronics. What I've always found weird. So this is its own timeline. It's a different lore that doesn't necessarily agree with one lore or the other. So it follows the books and it follows the games. But it's both lores combined because the games are its own lore, the books are its own lore, and
I
the movies
love
its
the
own
books.
lore.
I do have to quickly interject. We've read quite a bit of the books, and I like the books.
Yes, they're really good.
They're fun. I know they're kids' books, but let me be.
Yeah, I like them.
Cute.
We haven't finished the main three. We just read most of like the side story ones.
Silver Eyes. We read the first book.
Yeah, but we did read the first one. I forgot.
We gotta get the second one.
Yeah, but mostly this is its own thing, and so this lore kind of intertwined with different lore. Vanessa is in like security breach, but now she's the daughter of William Afton, so it's kind of just like bounces between kind of different lores. There's some people that are going to be in the next one that I'm not going to tell you about that are important to the lore of what happened and how William got what he is and the way he is now.
Spring trapped. Ooh. I'm sorry.
Spring trapped. Ooh.
Ooh, he got spring trapped.
He got spring locked.
Springlock. I just that's true. I didn't.
Springtrap is his name.
It's literally his name. Well, I guess he did get Springtrapped in a way, but what is the point in putting Springlocks in the suits?
Oh.
Other than to kill people, because.
Well, you want me to actually explain?
Yeah, you can.
So the spring locks, they keep the animatronic parts, the parts that let the animatronics also run by themselves.
Yeah.
It lets them come in and wear the animatronic as a suit.
Okay.
So I can fit into the animatronic suit and wear it around, but then whenever I'm done and it's not in that mode,
shut.
the animatronic, they shut, which is why you get spring locked. It's because it shuts when it's not supposed to, and then when it shuts, it can walk around as an animatronic by itself.
Oh, because it's self-steadying.
And it's self-steadying. And so it can walk around by itself. Or, so that's actually when William Afton in the games, when he actually kills the children and lures them into the back room to kill them.
They get spring-locked. Spring-trapped?
Well, so he's actually in the yellow bunny suit. That's why he's that way. And in the games, when Golden Freddy, when you see Golden Freddy in the thing, that suit is actually... So the yellow bunny suit doesn't really exist until Security Breach.
Okay.
You don't really see a yellow bunny suit.
It's actually, he's
that
a
way.
man.
Because there's a lot more lore to that. That's a whole different thing that's not even really attached to the movies. But this is important to the movies. So Golden Freddy is... You've seen the image of Golden Freddy, like all hunched over and weird? Yeah. That's because that is William Afton spring-locked in the Golden Freddy suit. They call it a yellow bunny in some of the games and stuff, but it's the yellow bear. Because they're talking about Golden Freddy, they're talking about William Afton that was spring-locked in the back suits because the family, like the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, like the organization, boarded up the back rooms. And so he was back there being, like, kept alive and being spring-locked. So that's why when in this movie, at the very last shot of this movie, he's being in the back lot, in the back of the room. That's why they dragged him back there, and he's writhing around in pain and like pointing at people and stuff. And if he does,
help me.
It's because that's what happens in the game. He in the game, he doesn't get attacked by the cupcake.
Okay.
What actually happens to him is he is in the back, and water drips on him, and the water causes the spring lock to engage, and then it slips on him, and all of it engages, and then it stabs him, and he dies back there alone. So that's kind of why that happens the way it does. But I want to talk about two things that I think are really important and really kind of cool additions, a bunch of different things. So Mike is watching a kid named Abby, and what I really like about this movie is his sister. He's like yes. So he's watching this kid named Abby that is his sister. He's like her legal guardian.
That's why I was like,
yeah.
Like that's his sister. His little sister Abby.
Yes, and it's the way they make the kids feel like kids in this. Like the animatronics feel like children in this, and I think that's something that I think really works in this movie a lot. Is the animatronics feel like children. They do
feel like children. Like, they're literally kids.
And they play with Abby a lot throughout this movie. That's like a big part of it, is that Abby is brought to the pizzeria, and she becomes friends with all of the animatronics, and they want to just keep playing with her. There's no, bad moments. In fact, there's an entire, 3-4 minute scene where all of the animatronics and her all...
they're in the fort.
Build a fort together, and it's built by the Roxanne's the "Talking in My Sleep" song, which is also the song that they play at the one part of the stage. Remember?
Yes, they do.
When it's like, yeah,
talking in your sleep.
Yeah, and I think that they did a really good job of making the animatronics both absolutely freaking terrifying
and children,
and feel like you can empathize with them. Like, they're murdering people, but you can empathize with them.
But they explain it really well, that they're really, just being controlled by the guy. They're being confused by the guy in order to kill people.
Get excited for the next one, because it's different.
It's going to be all different.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I really liked this movie a lot, and I thought it was really cool. I thought the storytelling was done very well. It was very accessible for people who have not played the games.
That's why I was really interested, because I just know the lore. And I'm just excited to watch the movies take place like this.
I think the only way to make a video game movie good, though, is to take it out of the video game. And they did a very good job of doing that.
100% agree with you. They did a very good job of doing that. That's why I was wondering, because, because I liked it because it was, the things were coming to life, but...
Yeah.
It followed the lore enough without... It wasn't disrespectful to the game and to the source material.
Yeah.
Like other video game things that I feel personally, but I don't want to go into that too much.
Minecraft
was not good. Which most of you probably know, but that was just YouTube compilation jargon. They made better movies. Fallen Kingdom, the movie the Coldplay parody, When I used to rule the world. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like the block. You may not know. But
I know the Minecraft parodies.
Yeah.
I freak with some Minecraft parody.
That parody is a better story than what we got on the Minecraft.
Most of the Minecraft parodies were. They're really good.
Like the freaking creeper. Oh man. Music video is a better story, better thing.
Don't dig straight down.
Don't mind at night.
Don't mind at night.
Yeah, all of those are so much better. But
I watched all those videos.
I did too.
All those videos.
But what I liked about this movie is that I felt like the lore was being respected, and they were building on it without having to like fully dive into it.
Yes.
And like creating its own way.
Yes.
So basically, just kind of go through the plot a little bit as we move on. Mike becomes the security guard, as most of you who know anything about these might have expected. And he's like falling asleep. He's getting images of these things that have happened to him. And he remembers that one of his brothers died. He had a brother that wasn't Abby. And
before Abby was
born. And when Mike and Garrett, which is the brother's name, Garrett was kidnapped by a man, and Garrett was then kidnapped, and he doesn't know what happened. He doesn't know who took it.
They have no idea.
They don't know who took him. They don't know anything about him. But when he goes to this place, he gets dreams from the animatronics that bring him back to that day where everything happened, and he's learning about it. Basically, you find out that William Afton was the guy who kidnapped Garrett and killed him, and now he's excited to kill Mike too. And that's why in the beginning of the movie, he's like, Mike Schmidt? Oh, Schmidt. He recognizes Mike as who he is because he knew that Garrett was his younger brother. And what so much of this movie works is because the parts of the movie that are based that connect to the stories, like the way the story plays out is just, it's adorable. It feels like nice and kind, but it's also so scary because there's moments when these people know that the security guard is going to be falling asleep because he has problems falling asleep, and he takes medicine for it, and he ends up kind of falling asleep. Mike does, and he's
not at the complex when they break in.
No, I know.
Okay.
But I'm saying he has trouble falling asleep, so he's taking this, so whenever things happen, he's always asleep.
Sleeping.
Because he does actually take the sleeping pills at the place.
No, he does, every night.
I talked to you about this when the movie came out. It was so scary to me, the thought that the animatronics were real.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the fact that they existed somewhere was, genuinely so scary to me.
I just think it's funny that they have, ghost children imbued animatronics in the lore and in the game. So they're like, what if we actually make these animatronics?
That's the last thing we should... Those people that have never watched a movie in their entire lives, the last thing in the world that you want to do is build those animatronics.
Yeah, no, really.
Ever.
No, for real.
And so, I the thought that they were real scared the crap out of me.
I like that they made the Foxy one. Now what? No,
now,
they have more.
At the Halloween Horror Nights, you can just go get scared by them.
Oh, yeah.
And that's also a horrifying thought to me.
They just have them everywhere
I would go, but I think I would be really scared.
Yeah.
I think it would, cause a little bit of, childhood trauma to come back. And
oh, my God. You get FNAF'd?
I'd get FNAF'd.
You'd get FNAF'd.
The freaking jump scare noises.
FNAF.
It would scare me really bad.
You would get Bloom Boy'd.
I would. There's a few moments in this. That's another thing I liked about this movie a lot.
I love the little Bloom Boy jump scares and the way that he never does anything.
Oh, he's just standing there and it's like a full face.
A full face.
Yeah, a jump scare. I like that a lot.
That's how I wake up Jared in the morning. Full face.
Yeah.
In his face, just staring. Big smiles.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't be getting married to you. That's how you woke me up. I'd be getting a restraining order.
I have woken you up like that before, though. And you sleep talk in your sleep.
Yeah, but
Talking in your sleep.
it's true.
He does talk in his sleep, but he talks
Yeah.
about Spider-Man, not FNAF.
Yeah, that's true. I just talk about Spider-Man. Hey, what can I say? I like
Spider-Man dancing in the snowflakes.
What can I say? I like Spider-Man.
You do like Spider-Man.
But I genuinely couldn't imagine a better movie than this one for the first film.
I'm glad they went through 11 scripts. They went
it's
through
a
like an
large- it's an insane amount of scripts.
They
Yes.
went through 11 scripts. Before they were like, okay, because they're like, we have to have a good one if we're gonna
Yeah.
make this movie. And
This movie, I waited for this movie for 10 years.
yeah,
I was 10 years old.
it took a long time, but it's good it did because I think if it had come out any earlier, it wouldn't have been. If this movie had come out in like 2016, it would have been terrible.
Warner Brothers bought both the rights to Minecraft and Blumhouse and Final Fantasy Freddys
at the same
time. Basically, right around within months of each other, they bought the rights to both.
Oh my god!
And the only reason that they think that they skipped through and just gave up on doing and sold the rights to do the FNAF movie is because Scott Cawthon refused to just let them do whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because it really
Which,
genuinely
if
feels like in the
anyone-
Minecraft movie, they just let them do whatever they wanted to do with no, like Mojang didn't give them any kind of precedence or how to, what stories to do or anything. They just said go wild.
Blocks.
And they just
Block
didn't
party.
know.
Blocks.
They just didn't know what the heck
It's blocks.
Minecraft was.
No.
But this movie is by far the 100% opposite of that, where this is a movie made for people who have watched the movie, made for people who have never people who have played the games all the times
Yeah.
to watch this movie and love it. People who are coming with people
Fresh
that
eyes.
have never watched
Yeah.
the movie, never played the games before, to watch this movie to like it, and then the people that are coming with people who've played the games who have never played the games before. That's what this movie was designed for.
It's
And
for everybody.
there's such a love for the franchise in this game. I mean, I'm spotting...
Movie.
Yes, this movie. Sorry. This is why Alex is here. There's fans that are the fan
Like
from the...
freaking out, excited. Yeah.
Well, the actual fans, but I mean literally spinning fans.
Oh, okay.
Because on the desk in the game, there's a little
there's a fan.
There's a fan in the closet.
Yeah.
There's so many little moments like that where there's little Easter eggs to the game.
Like all the camera shots in the security thing are actually
Yes.
the actual camera
There's,
shots
just from the game.
from the game.
And the way they handled the way that the security cameras work,
Yeah,
the little
yeah.
knobs
The
and
knobs.
buttons and stuff that he has,
It's
it all feels
just
like
like
the
the
way
game.
the game is, and I really, 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 really liked that a lot. I think that's really something that I am so thankful that they got right.
Well, because when we watched the behind the scenes thing afterwards, it talks about how they had the guy who created the universe.
Mm-hmm.
What you said, Scott something.
Scott Cawthon.
They had him all the time
Yeah.
working alongside everybody to kind of give them his vision.
Mm-hmm. They
And-
didn't do anything without he kind of worked as I don't know if he officially worked as a producer on the movie,
But he was an advisor.
but he was
at least.
everyone always asked him well, what does this look like? Is this work for you? Is this what would happen
His
here?
input was so strong.
Yeah.
You can really feel it because you can feel that it's.
There's a hand guiding this movie.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist in most other video game movies like
Definitely
this.
not in the Minecraft movie
No.
where they introduce elements that aren't even in freaking Minecraft.
Or elements in the okay, I can't get into that.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're not
But
talking about that.
I could talk about that for 10 hours and just start complaining, and that's why I'm not.
We
because
didn't finish that movie
No.
because it was so bad.
Alex is tired.
Sleeper agent.
Yeah.
I said that. Minecraft Sleeper Agent. I really love the Minecraft movie, actually. I've been awakened. Oh. I've been awoken from my Minecraft slumber.
We have the Warner Brothers guy over here who's trying to fake love for the Minecraft movie.
Woot, woot, block party, flint, steel, stones and rocks. And
Okay, but we're not talking about that. Because we get to talk about the other thing that I think I absolutely loved about this movie.
yes, what is it? Tell me. Tell me the deets.
The soundtrack for this movie is absolutely freaking incredible. The score,
Talking in your sleep.
that like the music choices, and the score.
And the actual score.
Oh my god, the score for the intro title, it's like, it is on par with other iconic things from this game, to me.
Tell me more.
Like, the way that, like the it's at this point it's as iconic to me as like the scares, like the jump scare noises.
Yeah.
Everything about this just works. I don't know. I think they did everything to the best of their ability, and it nails every moment of it. So, I don't know. Did we do a rating system last time?
I think we did rate it. I think we did some ratings last time.
Did we do 1 through 7 like I always do? Do we want to start doing a rating like that? Or do we want to just kind of do whatever?
We can do 1 through 7.
It's up to you.
I feel like that one is more descriptive than 1 through 5.
I agree.
But I feel like when you get to like 1 through 10, 7 through 10 are pretty...
It's all the same at a certain point.
Yeah. I would give this movie a 6 out of 7. I think with any movie, things usually have some room for improvement. Mm-hmm. But overall, freaking solid. Maybe even a 7 out of 7. I really enjoyed this movie. I don't think I really see any plot holes. It leaves me wanting more, like in the sense of like another movie, but not wanting more as I didn't get the full like plot arc. Like it has everything it needs. Like it's really good. I really like it. I think it's fun. I think there are some good jump scares. I think it's also scary. The way the animatronics intimidate Mike while simultaneously being so, like, free and childish with... What's the sister's name?
Abby.
With Abby. The way that they simultaneously are just so relaxed and like at peace around Abby and really love playing with her and getting to be kids again. But at the same time are automatically distrusting of Mike. And the way that Mike feels that presence, I think they nailed that so wonderfully in this movie. And the way that it's a really dire, scary situation, and yet almost everyone is happy. Like they're almost happy. But there's no real happiness because it's all kind of being manufactured by Springtrap because she's warping the animatronic and the ghost kids' minds. Mm-hmm. And I think just the way that they really handle all that, I think they did a fantastic job. The way that the animatronics are so emotive too, like they're so emotive without even moving. Like literally just without even moving, they're showing emotions. It's just in their faces. And they do a wonderful job.
They really do.
They really do. And screw the aunt. The whole aunt who's trying to take Abby, the little side plot, like of this whole movie where the aunt is trying to take Abby. Screw her. She deserved to die. Get Golden Freddy'd. She's just sleeping. You know, they don't even touch on that, I do have to say. They never bring that up. Like, they never talk about them, like, finding her body dead in the house.
I'm assuming they never did. That's my assumption.
They just don't know what happened to her.
We'll probably figure out in the second
movie.
Movie. What I would rate it.
I said a 6 out of 7.
Is your rating?
Yeah.
I would probably rate it a 6 out of 7 too, if I had to say. For me, the things that mattered the most is I never felt like the people who made this didn't understand what the games were.
Yes.
I felt like the people who made this understand both the decade that I had waited for this movie. They respected that fact.
Yeah.
I felt like they put enough time into things that mattered. I thought the soundtrack had it's the Newton brothers, I think. There was a admiration for what made the game so scary in the soundtrack.
Yeah.
The lore was enough from the games that I could remember it and feel true to what Five Nights at Freddy's was, but it also makes me want to know more about what happens in this universe.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought William Afton was absolutely terrifying.
He is scary. And he does a great job.
I always come back. And that moment made me absolutely go insane.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's incredible. I think the casting was incredible for everyone in this movie. I don't think there's a bad actor in this movie.
No. Mm-mm.
Even the kids are all good in this movie.
They all do good jobs.
I think everything in this movie just works without a shadow of the doubt in my mind, I think everything in this movie works. Long story short, there's nothing about this movie that I would change. I don't think.
No, I love
really
it.
Nothing.
It's solid.
It is exactly what 10-year-old me would have died to see when I was that age.
I wonder almost if it is a 7 out of 7 because I can't think of a way that they could up the wow factor. Like, I don't want to give it a 7 out of 7 because I feel like there is always the possibility of improvement with everything. I don't think I think movies are just another form of art where it's never really fully finished. You know, you have a finished product, but I mean, they can re-edit things in different ways. Like, I think art is always a work in progress. You know, I think you can always add more oomph, more to be blown away at. But I think that it's solid.
I
think it's really good, and I was blown away getting up. Like, I was shocked at how good this was.
The only thing that people could possibly have problems with in this movie are both like. I mean, of course, you're going to have problems because it's like not going to be game number 1 done as a movie.
Yeah.
But that was never going to happen, and
You
people
just sit
who
in a
wanted that to
chair.
happen can go watch the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Because that's...
I mean, you literally just sit in the security room.
Yeah, but how is that ever going to be a movie?
That's a short.
That's like a short... That's a 2-minute movie about you losing the game.
That's a live, die, repeat.
Yes. But... You could ask for more blood.
Make it a
You
little
could have asked it
gorier.
to make it a little bit gory or a little bit more like
Rated R.
a little bit closer to the edge of a rated R. That's the only thing I could say that you could be like, I wish it
feel
was
like-
that way.
I feel
but
like
it doesn't
making it rated
work.
R though just alienates
No, I agree.
a younger audience.
No.
Yeah.
No, like I'm saying,
No, I know. You're saying that like other people might
who were
feel-
my age, who were waiting 10 years for this movie, could say,
That's
I
what they
wish it
want.
was more bloody. I wish there was a little bit more adult to it. But I wasn't looking at it from that angle. I was looking at it from the angle of I was 10 years old. I would have absolutely freaking died for this movie.
Yeah. And you would have wanted to see it, just as there's 12-year-olds out there, 10-year-olds out there right now who are just getting into these games, and they have a lot more to play with and experience.
Yeah, exactly.
But they see it the same way. You know? And I think that's fair that they also get to experience it. And I don't think that people who would have wanted a rated R movie are really giving the due justice and credit to younger selves who also enjoyed it. You know?
So that's it for today. Thank you all for listening and
enjoying our movie talks.
Yeah, we've talked a long time for movies. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is a lot of fun for us to do.
We love doing the parts with talking about the trailers of the other movies, doing the quick addressings, and then the not so quick addressings, and then cutting to the big movie. I think it's really fun because we watch a lot of movies, and it's really nice to be able to kind of get to talk a little bit about them all. Before on Exploring Cinema, we kind of only talked about certain movies or some movies. And I think this one really gives us a lot more time to talk about and go over our thoughts on all the movies.
And we
watched.
kind of just talk like this anyways. We kind of just ramble about movies all the time anyways.
We do.
That's all I talk about. And so that this kind of runs us into that a little bit. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for subscribing, listening, and all that fun stuff. You know, make sure you check us out everywhere. We do all kinds of different podcasts. You can search up the Media Podcast Network. It's on all your favorite podcast apps, hopefully, and it's also on all the YouTube channels.
Yes.
On the YouTube channel.
Please watch our YouTube videos as well. Jared does a fantastic job making a bunch of YouTube videos, and they always deserve a little bit of love.
Thank you, my love. You can search up all the podcasts on the Media Podcast Network, Diary of an Indie Filmmaker, /it, and this podcast, and the one you're listening to right now in this very moment. If it has my voice, then it is a part of the podcast network. If you search up Media Podcast Network, it should be in all your
and then if you just search up Mediabyte on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or anything, just click on the cookie.
You'll find the cookie.
You'll find the cookie.
And that's it. Or you'll see my beautiful face, and you'll find it there as well.
But definitely if you find our TikTok, go ahead and subscribe to that too. because Jared and I have a lot of new ideas that we're gonna start doing TikToks on, and a lot of them are gonna relate to the stuff we talk about in podcasts, and then also in the videos and stuff. And we're gonna make some fun little like quirky shorts.
Yeah, you'll see.
And we would just, I think, like if people feel start watching them, because I think they'll find them funny. I think y'all will like. If you like this,
you'll like
this,
it. You'll
like our quirky shorts.
Yeah.
And Jared already has some like videos talking about like physical media and stuff, which is his little niche, and those could always use some love too.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, you can follow TikTok. I think the TikTok is made by Company, and I think the Instagram is made by Co.
Yeah.
Or it's flipped. Either way, if you search up Media Bite, you'll find it pretty much.
It's the cookie.
It's just the cookie.
It's the cookie, and the blue and the cookie.
Yeah. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching that on YouTube. I appreciate you as well. If you're listening to this on the audio forms, and wherever you're getting your podcast, I appreciate that. Well, just make sure you hit the follow button. That would make me feel better. Make sure you download. Make sure you share with all your friends. This is a heck of a time. I have a lot of fun doing this. I do this podcast, and I do 1,000 other things related to this.
I do this one.
Hey, Alex does do this one.
I just pop on here and talk about movies that I like to watch.
Yeah. So if this sounds interesting, you like this kind of thing, make sure you check us out. Check us out everywhere. We'll have more. We have a Patreon account. So right now, it's got one commentary track about the Blair Witch Project. We'll have more. Hopefully one day it'll have one that is us two talking insane, which Alex has never done one before, so that'll be fun trying to explain how to do those. But
commenting over the movies. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's it'll be a crazy one for me, because I like to talk a lot.
Yes. In fact, you would never hear the movie.
I know.
But with that all in mind, make sure you follow us everywhere and all that stuff. And I really deeply, deeply appreciate all of you who've listened, because this is one of my favorite things that I do.
It's so fun. It's lots of fun.
I spend almost every waking hour that's not at my job doing this, and something related to this. So any follow, any listen, everything is appreciated. So
we love it. We just appreciate every person who listens.
Yeah.
Every person.
So with that, I will leave you.
Have a good day.
Have
a good morning.
Have a good Explore Cinema.
Have a good exploring cinema.
Have a good exploring cinema.
Have a good morning, late morning, noon, afternoon, evening, and night.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Dusk and dawn.
Dusk till dawn. Dusk till dawn. Are there vampires?
I mean, I'm a night owl. I'm a vampire.
You're a vampire?
It's 12 o'clock right now at night.
We're
recording this.
It's 12:40.
It's
okay.
It's 1 a.m.
Apparently we're vampires from dusk to dawn, and that's been Exploring Cinema for this week. I appreciate you. I'll see ya.
Bye.
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 That's the noise the bats make. Okay, bye.
A whoosh, a whoosh, a whoosh, a whoosh. Okay, bye for realsies.
Okay, bye.